What is the average distance between the Earth and the Moon? B. 384,400 miles. Ah yes, our Moon's daily commute, pick between a modest 238,855 miles, if you trust imperial precision, or an extra spacey 384,400 miles. Apparently, someone forgot to check if they were quoting in miles or kilometers. Pick wisely, your geometry professor is watching. Which phase of the Moon occurs when the Moon is between the Earth and the Sun? B. New Moon. Surprise! The Moon isn't hosting a full-blown disco party, it's playing hide and seek as the new Moon. If you answered full moon, you might think the Moon's showing off its perfectly rounded selfie for everyone. What is the scientific term for the study of the Moon's surface features? A. Selenography. Welcome to the exclusive club of selenographers. If you answered astronomy or cosmology, you're basically saying, I prefer generic over-ambitious labels instead of the precise art of moon mapping. How many natural satellites does Earth have? A. 1. 1 is the magic number. Earth isn't secretly hoarding extra moons like a cosmic collector, sorry, no bonus satellites here. What is the name of the second largest crater on the Moon? B. Tycho. Because even the Moon has its drama, while Copernicus gets top billing elsewhere, here we honor Tycho as the second largest crater. Choose wisely, nobody likes a crater imposter. In which year did the first human step foot on the Moon? B. 1969. That historic stride happened in 1969, a time of peace, love, and gutsy lunar leaps. If you answered 1967 or 1972, congratulations on being fashionably early or disastrously late. Which country was the first to land an unmanned spacecraft on the far side of the Moon in 2019? C. China. China took the lunar scenic route in 2019, leaving the USA and Russia playing catch-up on the far side. If you answered USA or Russia, maybe your GPS is a bit outdated. What is the approximate diameter of the Moon? A. 2,160 miles. Measuring a cool 3,474 miles across, the Moon isn't exactly a chubby ball. If you went with 2,160 or 4,560, it might be time to recheck your lunar tape measure. Which phase of the Moon occurs when half of the illuminated half is visible from Earth? A. Third quarter moon. When you see half a moon, yes, the cliché half-moon selfie, it's technically in the third quarter. Not to be confused with a waxing crescent, that's just the Moon practicing its shy phase. How many days does it take for the Moon to complete one full orbit around the Earth? B. 27.3 days. At roughly 27.3 days, the Moon isn't taking a full year-long vacation. If you answered 30 days or 365, clearly you're either estimating with a calendar or giving the Moon way too much credit for endurance. What is the name of the largest crater on the Moon? B. Copernicus. Hint, it's not named after an Apollo mission or confused with a vast, empty sea. Copernicus is strutting its crater-sized muscles here. Try to keep up with lunar real estate. What is the temperature range on the Moon's surface? A. Minus 200 to 100 degrees Celsius. From a bone-chilling minus 200 degrees Celsius to a toasty 100 degrees Celsius, the Moon serves up the ultimate freeze-to-grill experience. Anyone expecting a cozy 0 to 100 degrees Celsius day is clearly moonwalking in the wrong climate zone. How many phases does the Moon have in its lunar cycle? B. 8. Yes, our mood-swinging Moon goes through 8 distinct phases. If you picked 6 or 4, your Moon must be on a strict no-drama diet. Which Apollo mission was the first to land humans on the Moon? A. Apollo 11. Apollo 11, the mission that officially declared, Houston, we have history. If you went with Apollo 13 or Apollo 16, well, those are just the blooper reels of space exploration movies. What is the dark, flat area on the Moon's surface called? C. Lunar Maria. These aren't just mysterious craters, they're Lunar Maria, the Moon's so-called seas, even though you can't swim in them. Calling them highlands or craters is like calling a sunset just a light show. How does the gravitational force on the moon compare to that on Earth? B. It is weaker. Think of Earth's gravity as the clingy friend who never lets go, while the moon's is a polite tap on the shoulder. Spoiler, the moon's grip is much weaker, so don't expect any epic high jumps unless you're auditioning for a low-gravity acrobatics crew. Which planet is the moon's closest neighbor in the solar system? C. Mercury. While the moon is all about Earth's love, when it comes to planets, Venus is the ultimate BFF. If you said Mars or Mercury, you might need to check if your cosmic GPS is in need of an update. What is the temperature on the moon during the day? C. 127 degrees Celsius. At a sizzling 127 degrees Celsius, the moon's day is hotter than your average summer barbecue. If you chose 100 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Celsius, maybe you're thinking of an oven rather than a celestial body. What causes the phases of the moon? C. The angle of sunlight hitting the moon. It's not that the Earth is throwing shade, literally. The phases are all about the angle at which sunlight kisses the moon, proving that even celestial bodies can't escape the drama of perspective. What do we call the dark patches on the moon's surface? B. Seas. Those aren't craters or fiery volcanoes, they're the seas, Lunar Maria, that give the moon its poetic allure. Call them anything else, and you'll just be stirring up lunar confusion. Which phase of the moon occurs before the full moon? B. Waxing gibbous. Before the moon gets all flushed and photogenic as a full moon, it warms up during the waxing gibbous phase. Think of it as the moon's pre-party. If you picked waning gibbous or third quarter, you clearly missed the RSVP memo. What is the name of the first human to walk on the moon? C. Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong took that historic step, proving that even on alien terrain, some small steps create giant leaps in trivia. If you chose Buzz Aldrin or Alan Shepard, it's like crediting the backup dancer for the main star's solo. What is the term for when the moon passes directly between the Earth and the Sun? B. Solar eclipse. When the moon dares to photobomb the Sun, it causes a solar eclipse. Calling it a new moon might work for casual conversation, but it doesn't quite capture the drama of a solar takeover. What element is most abundant on the moon's surface? B. Oxygen. Silicon rules the lunar roost, because even a moon built of regolith has to have some tech cred. If you thought it was helium, you might be confusing lunar dust with party balloons. What is the name of the process by which the moon's gravity pulls the oceans towards it? C. Tidal forces. That irresistible pull isn't an eclipse, it's the magic of tidal forces. Thanks to the moon's gentle tug, your beachfront is always a bit of a surprise, and sometimes a soggy mess. Any eclipse answers here would obviously be eclipsing your logic.